When was the last time when you met your best friend in person? An hour ago? Or perhaps yesterday? Some Koreans would answer it has been weeks. To stem the spread of infectious coronavirus, or COVID-19, the Korean government is calling on its citizens to practice social distancing. This is to flatten the curve of the spread, in other words, cut the number of newly confirmed cases. In practice, social distancing commonly means avoiding meeting your acquaintances and going to places where contamination is feared. The government urges people to communicate with their friends and family members online and wear masks all the time. This means no more sport events, no more after-work meetups, and no more weekend getaways. There is no doubt that social distancing is one of the most effective measures to contain the highly infectious coronavirus within communities. However, some experts are concerned about the toll it could take on people's mental health. As people spend a long time behind doors, they will be likely to feel isolated and lonely without the human contact. What's loneliness? Scientists say if a person feels alone or lonely at least once a week, he or she experiences loneliness. Loneliness often turns into more serious disorders such as anxiety and depression, and could be harmful to people's physical health as well. Those who don't have healthy social relationships are likely to have more severe cold symptoms, be depressed, and have a shorter lifespan. Some may ask if the contact on social media can be a substitute for the direct contact for those who spend most of the time indoors. But keeping in touch with the real world via the internet really helps people feel less lonely. Evidence from the past study associated heavy social media use with feelings of social isolation. People who use social media more than 2 hours per day are twice as likely to feel social isolation than those who claimed they spent half an hour or less per day. This could be especially worrisome in countries with high rates of depression and suicide like South Korea. The World Health Organization's report in 2016 showed over 2 million people were suffering from depression and anxiety in Korea. More than 25 out of 100,000 Koreans took their own lives in the same year, according to the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. The case is even worse for COVID-19 patients. Not only do they feel isolated while they stay in the quarantine, apart from their loved ones, they also go through traumatic experiences during and after the treatment.
When there's not enough amount of desired sensory stimulation for a person, this could lead to deprivational stress. In this state, people can easily become irritated or anxious.
Local governments review the places where the patients have been to for the past 2 weeks. But this practice could potentially infringe upon their privacy.
확진자가 갔던 곳을 시간 순서대로 알려줄 필요는 없는 거거든. 그리고 한 사람을 또 특정을 해가지고 어떤 사람이 언제 어디 갔고 언제 어디 갔고 이런 식으로 공개할 필요는 사실 없겠죠.
좀 정보 공개가 너무나 광범위하게 이루어져서 사실 어떤 특정 개인이 그 확진자가 누구인지를 정보 공개만을 보고서도 미루어 짐작할 수 있도록 만들었다는 게
Suspicion and paranoia from their neighbors and hate comments are hard to bear with too.
그러니까 혐오 표현의 대상이 되는 사람들이 이제 사회적 낙인을 받게 되고 그리고 그것으로 인해서 불결한 것 혹은 좋지 않은 것으로 이제 치환함으로 인해서 그 사람의 존엄성을 침해하게 되는 것이죠.
Patients and those cured are seeking to relieve their stress with the help of therapists from the National Center for Disaster Trauma. As of March 20th, the center received nearly 9,500 calls for help from recovered patients and their family members. This is a dramatic increase from March 2nd, when it received about 300 calls, and March 10th, about 5,000 calls. People who are in self-isolation and their family are also frequent beneficiaries of this service. The number of calls from those rose from 5,500 on March 2nd to 54,000 on March 20th.
이 코로나 바이러스와 관련돼서 기간이 장기화되면서 생기는 걱정, 경제적인 문제에 대한 불만, 또 전화 건수는 전원보다 당연히 많이 현재 늘어나 있는 상태예요.
The psychological scar left by this pandemic would be anything but small.
혼자 고립된 상태에서 또의 공포와 두려움을 느끼게 되면 자기가 컨트롤할 수 없는 무력감이나 불안을 느끼게 되는 거죠.
이런 사회적 낙인이나 혐오 때문에 오히려 사람들이 진단을 하기를 두려워하는 것, 혹은 이제 치료를 받아야 되는데 치료를 받는 것을 두려워하는 그런 상황들이 나타나기 때문에 예방하고 확산을 막는다라는 그런 목적에도 사실은 저해되게 됩니다.
To forestall and heal those wounds, Korea CDC offers some psychological assistance.
신자나 또는 격리된 사람들을 대상으로 심리 상담을 해주고 있거든요. 되게 답답할 때, 힘들 때는 전화해라 라고 하는데
The Seoul Metropolitan Government also has a group of experts ranging from therapists to lawyers to support patients and people in self-isolation.
서울은 조금 더 별도의 지원단을 만들어서 이런 심리적인 문제를 지원하도록 활동하고 있습니다.
While psychotherapy service is provided by the government, there is still a need to augment the campaigns on how to spend time at home productively as well as reasonable and healthier methods to release stress. As individuals, we need to make an effort in understanding how social distancing could impact our lives.